What is going on, Pokemon fans? Welcome back to JD's Nerdverse. We're doing a playthrough today of Pokemon Blue with Jolteon, the lightning Pokemon. Before I get started, please make sure you subscribe to this channel, hit the like button, hit the notification bell, and comment. All those things help the YouTube algorithm and get this video out to more people. I really appreciate it. You rock, you know it. And we named our rival Rod, and we named ourselves JD because my name is JD. So, Jolteon. This Pokemon's pretty exciting, but first off, we gotta get a potion out of our computer, and then we gotta say bye to Mom. Hey Mom, bye Mom, going to catch a Pokemon. And then we go in the grass, and Pokemon's like, oh no, you can't get a Pokemon, you can't go in the grass without a Pokemon. I'm like, okay, let's get a Pokemon. So, we use a universal Pokemon randomizer to change out Squirtle for Jolteon. It makes the most sense. If you choose Charmander, you're gonna get a Squirtle as an opposition, and we have a huge advantage there because we're electric. And if you choose Venusaur, or Bulbasaur I should say, you have Charmander as a rival, which later in the game he turns into a flying type, which gives him a disadvantage as well. So we chose Squirtle. Our rival chooses Venusaur. No advantage for either one of us really. And we get this game started with our first battle with our rival. So our rival will come out with Bulbasaur. Really, he doesn't have much. We have a decent variety of weapons, which I'll go over in a little bit. But we basically just use Quick Attack until we knock him out. And we get the knockout. We named our Pokemon Bolt for obvious reasons. So our rival's name was Rod, and our name is Bolt. Makes sense to you, makes sense to me. And then we go on to our second rival fight. It was right there, so might as well get it done. First Pokemon he comes out with is Pidgey, which is usually his toughest Pokemon, but with an electric Pokemon, it's a one-shot. And then Bulbasaur will come out, and there's not much he can really do other than Tackle, Growl, and Leech Seed. So we just got to get some attacks off, and we'll get it done. So Thunder Shock does decent damage, but Quick Attack does a lot more. And we get some critical hits, which critical hits kind of tie in with one of our stats, which is what we're about to go over right now. So we're going to go over our stats. HP is 65, Attack is 65, Defense is 60, Special is 110, there's no special defense, I apologize, and Speed is 130. So with our speed, so in Generation 1, your critical hit ratio, like how often you hit critical hits, is dictated by how fast you are. So we are a very fast Pokemon, so we will hit critical hits a lot more than we would with most Pokemon. So pretty cool option, pretty cool there. And in Special, those Special and Speed are our two best stats. So they work pretty well together, and with us being an electric Pokemon, a lot of our moves will be Special. We have a decent attack and okay health, okay attack and okay health, and a defense is 60. We've dealt with worse, but pretty much every evolution has, pretty low defense at 60, and then they vary between the HP and attack and all the other stats. So we have one more trainer here in the bug force, and then we will progress onto Brock's gym. So in Brock's gym, we fight the Million Light Years trainer. He has two Pokemon. He has a Diglett, and our Thunder Shock will not do anything to either one of these Pokemon, or Brock's Pokemon for that matter. So we are just trying to get these guys knocked out. So I use Sand Attack before he can Sand Attack me, with the hope that I can whittle him down on his health. So we got 17 health left, and so we're just trying to win this battle. We walked into this with a little bit higher health than what we had here. So we will skate by this by the hair on our chin, and we beat the Million Light Years trainer, and now we're going to face Brock. So we actually face Brock twice because we lose the first battle. So level 14 is our first attempt at Brock. We're calling it forever. And what we're going to do is we're going to do Sand Attack 6 times to the Geodude. We do it 6 times, and then we're going to use Quick Attack and a variation of Quick Attack and Tackle. And what we hope for is that Geodude can just barely hit us. He only has Tackle, and Tackle's already 95% accurate, so it's going to miss a little bit there. So we just want to use Quick Attack to knock out Geodude. And then we got to deal with the Onix. The Onix is the bigger problem in this fight. One, it's higher level, so it's level 14, or level 12, or Geodude's level 12, and Onix level 14. But Onix has a problem of having a move that's called Screech and Bind. So Screech will lower our defense by a stage. So when he hits Tackle, it's going to do a lot of damage. Okay? And then Bide, what it does is that once it's initiated, now we go first, so this Bide isn't really a problem, but it can be a problem. And it makes us have to choose non-attacking moves for a couple turns. which is not the worst thing ever because we can always lower his accuracy. But after 6 accuracy lowering moves, like after 6 sand attacks, it doesn't have an effect. So that's kind of the trade-off on that. But we're whittling down his health, and the problem is we just don't do enough damage. And like I said, he initiates bide, so we have to kind of work around bide. So Tackle's doing about 6 damage there. So that's the problem we're having. Is we get him down low, we get it pretty close, but the problem is we just don't have enough damage dealt out. So give me 1 second, I'm taking a drink of my drink. Let's see. So he's at level 11. We're down to 11 health, and we're trying to whittle him down. We're getting close. It's just a battle of attrition. I did speed this battle up just a smidge, this specific battle, because it's a very atrocious battle. It is a battle of attrition, and one tackle did 11 damage there and knocked us out. So we tried again at a higher level. Now this is where the Brock split is really the big difference between this and Vaporeon. The Vaporeon got through this in about 7 minutes. I would assume Flareon would do the same thing. He'll get through about maybe 7-8 minutes. Maybe it's a smidge slower than Vaporeon. So we are at this battle again. And what's crazy about this, we're a higher level, but we actually get to Onix with less health, and we end up lasting in the battle a little bit better. So I've used Tackle just to save all my quick attacks for Onix, just because it does a smidge more damage, and we need to knock him out faster. So we're getting a decent amount of critical hits. And what's crazy is Geodude and Onix are rock type, so they have good defense against normal type moves, and that's all we have. We can't use Thunder Shock other than to, for bide, so it doesn't accumulate any damage to deal back to us. And in hindsight, the strategy here should just be to attack until you see bide, and then use your sand attacks. Is what the strategy should be. That way he can't use Tackle or Screech on the other moves, and then when he uses bide, you use sand attack to lower his accuracy. And then once we run out, and we have Thunder Shock we gotta deal with. So see how little damage that Tackle did. That's the problem. And we gotta just pray for some critical hits. And we eventually will get them, but we just gotta pray for critical hits. We also gotta pray that he stops using bide and just uses Tackle and stuff and misses. And it's just a battle of attrition. It's just a battle of attrition. So I had some planned ideas for future movies or future videos I want to let people know about. I wanted to do a Rhydon versus Golem playthrough. What are your thoughts on that? Let me know in the comment section down below. Some little bit of things about the channel. We're coming up on, I think we have like 12 or 13 Pokemon left in Gen 1 that we got to do playthroughs for. Now that's to finish the Pokédex. There is some I want to replay still. I definitely want to replay some of the earlier Pokemon playthrough. As you've seen my earlier videos, not the greatest quality, and I want to give a better representation of Pokemon. That's just what I like to do. And so we're down to 14 health, and we are whittling this bad boy down, and we just got to get down to the lowest. We just got to keep going. Sand attack's really helping us, because if we didn't have sand attack, this battle would have to be done at like level 20 or something to make sure that our damage has a certain output. But we're getting there in 8 health, and we're just getting to a point where we just need like 1 or 2 critical hits. 1 or 2 critical hits, and we got it. We're so close. We're only doing like 1 damage minimum here. Doing the very, very minimum damage dealt. Quick attack, and we just gotta get 1 more. Very good. And we win the battle. A very atrocious battle with Brock, but we do win. And we move on to Route 3, where we're gonna go over our moves. We have a lot of bird trainers here, so I fought an extra battle too. Here's the moves. We start off with Tackle, Quick Attack, and Thunder Shock. I'm sorry, Tackle, Quick Attack, Thunder Shock, and Sand Attack. What we start with. Tackle, 35 base power, 95% accurate. Not the greatest move. Quick Attack is a much better move to use. It's 40 base power, 100% accurate. And then Thunder Shock is 40 base power, 100% accurate. But it's stab. That's why it's in bold. It adds 1.5 times the damage, so which it's 60 base power. Okay. If you're looking at this, RGB is what we're doing. We're looking at RGB, red, green, and blue. We're not going to use Quick Attack. We're not going to relearn Thunder Shock and Quick Attack. We don't need to. But the next move we actually learn is Tail Whip. Tail Whip won't be useful when it was. It might have been useful against Brock right now, but it's not going to be useful against anyone else later in the game. So it's not very useful to get. Then we will learn Thunder Wave. It's also not useful. If we had a whole team, maybe we'd like to have paralyzed strategies with Thunder Wave. That's what it does, but we're not going to. At level 42, we get Double Kick. It'll probably have a shelf life. It'll be used a little bit just to have variety, but it doesn't do well beyond that. I mean, it's great for a fighting type Pokemon like Hitmonlee or something like that, but with us, we don't get any stab out of it. It does hit twice. It does give us variety, but it's not a great move. Pin Missile, I don't know why in the hell we get it. I'm sorry, I went out of order here. Agility we get first, which will be nice because it does the badge boost and boost our speed. But Pin Missile's a bug move, very low damage output, low accuracy, so I would never use it. And Thunder is a very powerful move. However, it does not work well in the game because it has low accuracy. So, yep, that is our move set. You see some good moves here, and we beat Jigglypuff, and we move on to Mount Moon. So now we're in Mount Moon, and let's go over the TM moveset for this Pokemon. So we start off with an option to get Toxic. We're not going to use Toxic. Toxic, not strategies I want to use. Body Slam is a viable option for any Pokemon I can learn except for Chansey. Okay, Body Slam, 85 base power, 100% accurate, and we also get the ability to paralyze the opposition as well. Take down a Double Edge, I won't use them, but if I were to use one, it'd be Double Edge because it does more power. The problem with both these moves is recoil, and I don't like recoil damage, so yeah, I'm not going to. Now, Hyper Beam, not a big deal that this Pokemon doesn't get it, but I made a rule before I started doing the evolutions that none of the evolutions can do Hyper Beam, which is probably a huge disadvantage for Flareon considering he has great physical damaging ability. It would work well with him, but I'm still sticking with that. No one can use it, so he's got to get by the Elite Four without it. Rage will not be used in this playthrough. Thunderbolt will be used. Once we beat Lieutenant Surge, we get a 95 base power, 100% accurate stab move. So it's very powerful, and it's going to be our bread and butter for most of the game. Thunder is also available via level up. It's also available via TM. I think you have to go get it in the power plant. I'm not going to use it. It's too inaccurate to be effective in a playthrough. 70% accuracy is going to feel like 50% accuracy. It's going to work probably less than half the time. Mimic is a great move because where we might be deficient in having coverage, Mimic can make up for that. That's what's nice about Mimic. Double Team we can't use in a playthrough. It's been outlawed. Reflect will up our defense. Bide will be used very shortly in this playthrough. It does have a place, but it's very short-lived. Some Pokemon it can get all the way through Misty. Some Pokemon you have to get through Rock Pokemon Tower. That's very few and far between, but some Pokemon you have to. So yeah, we will use Bide, but not much. Swift we won't use because we have access to Body Slam. We may use it, just have it there just to have more diversity or more extra, PP so we can get through battles. Skull Bash, worthless move, not using it. Rest, maybe used as a mimicking tool, but I don't use Rest very often. Thunder Wave paralyzes, but we're not going to use it. Substitution, I've never used it in a playthrough. I've never seen the need for it yet. I want to, just kind of how good or bad the strategies are, because as Eggsceptional says, substrats are best strats, so maybe someday I should try it out. And then Flash is a move kind of like Sand Attack, lowers the accuracy of the opposition, so they can't attack you. But not a very broad move set, and so if you're looking at this, if you watch Pokemon movies before, you can probably dictate or predict what the endgame move set would be. And now we're facing the Super Duper Nerd in the fighting portion of this game. And yeah, we're about to finish up here with the Super Duper Nerd. We're not going to level up level 22. We're going to reserve that for Misty's gym. And we're going to beat this guy real quick. Thundershock is a 2-shot. There, we're good. Very good. We get the win. And we move on and grab the Dome Fossil. All hail the Dome Fossil. And now we're moving right along. And we're moving into Misty's gym. Huge advantage here. All water. We're all electric. Thundershock will one-shot pretty much these two. It won't. I don't think it'll one-shot the Goldeen. She's a little bulkier, but it'll get very close. I mean, we're not gonna take any damage from her, but Goldeen, it'll be almost a one-shot. Maybe one more level would have done it, but Quick Attack gets knocked out anyway because she went for Tail Whip. And now we move on to Misty. Misty is the Water Gym Leader. She comes out with a Staryu and a Starmie. Not too much is gonna happen here other than a one-shot. And then Starmie is a little bit bulkier, higher special, so she'll take one, but she does very little damage to us with Bubble Beam, and we move on to the next part of the game, which is rival number 3. Rival number 3 will come up with a Pidgeotto, an Abra, a Rattata, and Bulbasaur. Pidgeotto is a one-shot. Abra will be a whatever shot we want. The weird thing about this trainer, by the way, is Bulbasaur should be evolved, but he's not. I don't know why he's not. I don't know why the game decided not to have him evolve at level 16 like he's supposed to, but at level 17 he's there and he doesn't have his highest stats. I don't get it. But yeah, we get the win against our rival pretty easily. Now this is part of the game I like to talk about other YouTubers that I like to watch, because I very much so enjoy Pokemon videos. And I assume if you're watching this, you enjoy it too. I would doubt someone would tune in if they weren't a fan of Pokemon in some way, shape, or form. So other YouTubers out there that I recommend. One, the one that got me into it really is JRose11, and the one that kind of got me a little more into it is also Scott's Thoughts. Those two, J-Rose plays way different than me and Scott. Scott has like a real-time timer. J-Rose uses in-game time, so he can save and redo battles as much as possible. He tries to get through the game as low as possible. It's what it's kind of like what he tests in his game. Mine and Scott's are more like how fast can we beat it. Doesn't matter what level it is. If we fight more battles, it is what it is. Other ones out there, actually KangaskDan's one I want to shout out because he just posted a video about how many people, how many Pokemon you have to use every move in the game. So pretty interesting. I recommend you check him out. Eggsceptional is a good one if you like Gen 3 content with Fire Red and Leaf Green. Very good content. You'll very much so enjoy it. I've really learned so much about Gen 3 from watching his. It's also pretty funny. And then we also have Squidgy. He does great Gen 2 content. I love his Gen 2 content. And so you'll learn. I learned so much about Generation 2 because that's like the next phase of my playthroughs is Gen 2 is what's going to be next. So yeah, I recommend all of them. They're all pretty cool. And there's also other ones out there, MNJ TV, Mah-Dry-Bread. Go and check them out. The links are in my description. And here is Sandy, the sand attacking Pidgey trainer. I've not shown her in a while, but I have a Pokemon to sweep her, so I thought, you know what, I'll just show this real quick. I'm also going to show Boomer the hiker. And those are some of my battles I like to show. This guy, he's just there for a nice little joke of take the Fearow to 0, and we're going to eradicate the Raticate. Eradicate the Raticate. What's that? Eradicate the Raticate. Ba-dum-bum-bunch. Now it's our 4th rival fight. We've just gotten Body Slam. Body Slam will change the complexion of a lot of this game, because Quick Attack, it's only 40 base power. Body Slam's 85, so it's very nice. So Body Slam will almost one-shot, but imagine how little damage Quick Attack would have done there. So Body Slam will one-shot Kadabra, very good. Kadabra, and now he finally evolved his Ivysaur. I don't know why he postponed it, but he finally evolved it. And now we're moving on to Lieutenant Surge, the Trash Man. And he will be a cakewalk. He has no advantage against me. My Pokemon should knock him out in one hit. There we go, Body Slam. We go for Body Slam against Pikachu. We get that Gen 1 miss. We actually missed with Body Slam. 100% accurate move, we just missed. And then Raichu is kind of pathetic because here's how bad that is. We just outsped a Pokemon that uses X speed. And now we're fighting Boomer the Hiker. Boomer the Hiker, we're going to use Sand Attack, so when he goes boom, it doesn't hit us. Now, his first Pokemon, it does. When he goes Self-Destruct, it does actually do damage to us. Makes me a little mad, because I could have saved the Body Slam for a different one. So we're just going to knock out this Geodude and hope he doesn't Self-Destruct. Okay? And then the last one here, Graveler, we're just going to Sand Attack and hope he blows himself up. And that's the goal here, and we'll beat Boomer the Hiker by doing that. And Quick Attack, we're not going to knock him out with Quick Attack. It's going to take forever, but we get the knockout. So now we skip ahead to the Rocket Game Corner. We got to Lavender Town. We went to Celadon City, did some stuff, bought some stuff, did some errands, got that knocked out of the way. So now we're moving on to the Rocket Game Corner plot of the game. We beat this guy pretty quickly, and the rest of the stuff in here is pretty trivial. So I'm just going to jump on to Tweedledee and Tweedledum. They're the henchmen that guard Giovanni because he needs guarding. Because he's he's a wimp and he can't do it himself. But these guys are pretty trivial. The only problem with these guys right now is they do have one ground type that I can't use my best move against. So pretty good defense on that. But if you use Thunderbolt, it's going to be a one-shot. And anything else I deal with when it comes to these trainers. So Body Slam actually does a lot. That's a critical hit. But Slash does a decent amount to us as well. So that's Tweedledee. Now we're fighting Tweedledum. Tweedledum is going to come out with an Ekans and also a Sandshrew. But it's his final Pokemon that changes. So Body Slam does about like 60-70%. So pretty easy knockout there. Arbok will be a one-shot with Thunderbolt. So there's a Gen 1 miss again. Wow, we're getting a lot of Gen 1 misses. So we're going to go ahead and heal up real quick. Now, Giovanni has 2 rock-type Pokemon, so that's why I'm making sure I'm healing up and even replenishing Body Slam. And right now I'm doing a little bit of save. Just in case the worst case scenario happens and we lose to Giovanni. It happens, but it comes out with an Onix. This Onix will be a tough knockout, but we do get it paralyzed, so he's not going to attack us back very much. But he is going to go for Rage, and now we pretty much won the battle. Rage won't do much damage at all. And then Rhyhorn comes out, and we get it paralyzed on the Rhyhorn. We're getting very good on paralyzing with this Pokemon. I wonder if your accuracy has any effect on your ability to paralyze. I don't know. I'm kind of curious about that. And then KangaskDan will be a one-shot. Very good. We move on from Giovanni to our 5th rival fight in the Pokemon Tower. So our 5th rival fight, Pidgeotto comes out, one-shot. Very good. Second Pokemon that comes out, Gyarados, one-shot. Very good. Then we move on to Growlithe. One shot, very good. It's kind of a trend going on here. One shot on the Kadabra. Is Ivysaur a one shot? I don't think it is. Too bulky. Seeds us, which does nothing. And we move on to Erica's gym. Now, we can actually do some things in here where we can fight a lot of trainers, get a lot of levels. But the way this Pokemon is progressing, I don't feel the need to fight a lot of extra battles in here. So I literally just fought 2. They're kind of a minimum. There's actually a minimum you can do at 1. But I fought 2 battles in here because I thought it, give me enough experience that I wouldn't have to go back, that I wouldn't have to fight everyone in here. We are level 38 before we even walked in this, or 37 before we walked in this gym. So our healing is doing very well. I'm sorry, our leveling up is doing very well. And we haven't fought a lot of extra battles either. That's what's crazy. So quick attack, we'll knock it out. Very good. Get the win against a cool trainer. Now we're gonna go ahead and face Erica. Very confident in the outcome of this battle. But we do get some scary parts of this battle, so let's go over that. So Victor Bell comes out, and we're going to go for Body Slam. Body Slam is going to paralyze and get a 2-shot in. Very good, because now we don't get poison powdered or sleepy powdered from the Vileplume. We knock out the Tangela. Now this is where it gets scary. We do fall asleep. Vileplume does some damage. So he's doing Thrash. So after a couple rounds of Thrash, it does confuse herself. And now we move on. We do get the win, and we move on to Koga. Now Koga, nothing here is super effective when it comes to that, but we get a critical hit against the Coughing. We get a pretty good attack against the Muck. 2-shot knockout, very good. 1 shot on the Coughing, very good. And now all we have left is the Wheezing, and we get a 1-shot critical hit, very good. So Koga's gym is pretty much a non-factor. We beat him. We move on to Blaine. His Pokemon can be tough, but we have just accumulated, or we're going to accumulate in the middle of this battle. So I'll correct that. So we're going to accumulate in the middle of this battle right here. After we beat the Ponyta, I believe. Yes, we are going to accumulate Agility. So Agility we're going to replace Sand Attack with. Agility ups our speed, but what it also does, it ups our our other stats. It does the badge boost glitch. So now we're going to be able to boost our stats and to make Thundershock a 2-shot on Rapidash. Probably would have been a 2-shot regardless. And Agility one more time here. Arcanine really can't do a lot to us. Doesn't have anything super crazy except for maybe Fire Blast. We get a critical hit. Critical hits, I told you critical hits were pretty crucial with this Pokemon. Get the knockout. Move on to our 6th rival fight. 6th rival fight, his team's rounding out pretty well. Pidgeot is a 1-shot with Thunderbolt. It's going to bring out Gyarados. That'll be a 1-shot as well, but it's a good Pokemon to set up on because nothing he do can really do a lot to me. He did Leer, so he made it so I could skip a turn of setup. Thunderbolt on Growlithe is a knockout. Alakazam Body Slam's a knockout. And last but not least is Venusaur, and it's going to be at least a 3-shot. Oh, it's a 2-shot because it's got a critical hit. Critical hits really do come in clutch. It gives you over some damage rounding thresholds and stuff like that. So very nice. So now we face Giovanni. And with Giovanni, kind of the same thing. We can set up 1, 2, 3, and now we can go for Thunderbolt on the Nidorino. It's not ground type, it's only poison type. Kangaskhan's a knockout with a Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt will not hit Rhyhorn at all. So we misclicked there, but we're getting Rhyhorn paralyzed. We got Rhyhorn paralyzed, and it'll be a 4-shot. And the last one is Nidoqueen. Nidoqueen will not be affected. She is ground type, so that's a misclick on my part. But Body Slam is a 2-shot, and we beat Giovanni number 2 very handily and move on to Sabrina, number 1 in my book, and her whip. And Kadabra is going to be a one-shot with Body Slam as soon as we do it. But we're badge boosting just to make sure we maxed out our attacking ability. Body Slam with the Kadabra, Body Slam with Mr. Mime. Venomoth is not a one-shot, but she just goes for Psybeam rather than Stun Spore or anything like that. And Body Slam on the Alakazam is a two-shot. We beat Sabrina pretty handily, and we move on to Giovanni. Giovanni is a tough gym leader for this Pokemon, but we have a good strategy. So Rhyhorn comes out. We want to go ahead and badge boost. So Agility will badge boost us up. Okay, so we get that out of the way. He also Tail Whip, so that helped us badge boost a little bit more. Okay, but Tail Whip also lowers our defense, so we don't want him to attack us too much. And one hit knockout, very good. So now we got Dugtrio. We're going to mimic off of Dugtrio Dig. Dig is a good move. It's 100% base power, 100% accurate move. And because a lot of these Pokemon are weak to ground, so it's ended up being a one-shot on everyone except for the Rhydon. I believe Rhydon's on a one-shot, yep. And I don't know why you never use Fisher. You do not outspeed Jolteon, dude. You got to outspeed Jolteon to use it. You should know that. Okay, now we move on to our rival fight. The 7th rival fight, last one for the Elite Four. So in this fight, it's gonna come out with a Pidgeot. We're gonna do Thunderbolt. It's gonna get a one-hit knockout. Very good. Rhyhorn comes out. This is the perfect Pokemon to set up on. It's not gonna do much to us, but we're gonna set up anyway. And we don't have any super effective against Venusaur here. So Body Slam will be it's a battle of attrition here, getting this Rhyhorn knocked out. He gets a critical hit, does a lot of damage to us, 69, nice. And then Gyarados comes out, Thunderbolt will be a one-shot. Growlithe come out, Thunderbolt should be a one-shot, very good. Alakazam comes out, is it a one-shot on Body Slam? It is a one-shot. And now here's the problem, is we just leveled up, so all of our badge boosting is gone. And Body Slam's only doing about 30. Even with critical hit, we don't get the knockout. So we got to face this battle again. Okay. Now I do have a pretty nice strategy that we're going to use here, and it's risky, but we're going to use it anyway. So we're going to do the same thing. Pidgeot, get the knockout, one-hit knockout, very good. Against Rhyhorn, we're going to mimic a move. We're going to mimic Horn Drill. Okay, Horn Drill is a move that's a one-hit knockout, but you have to outspeed your opposition first, and then it's like a pretty low accuracy. However, we have great speed, so we'll always outspeed, so it gives us a better chance to hit with this. Now, we only need to use it for 2 Pokemon. Rhyhorn will be a quicker knockout. Now we have more health, just in case, against the Venusaur. Alakazam's a one-hit as well. Oh, he's not. I'm sorry. It's a range. But we don't get any damage. We got a lot of health going into the final Pokemon. So Razor Leaf, he gets critical hits. It's going to get a lot of critical hits, actually. But we get 3 options at Horn Drill, and we knock it out and move on to the Elite Four. So now that we're in the Elite Four, we're going to go ahead and look at our stats of this Pokemon real quick. And let's go ahead and pause there. So our attack. So our health is 185. We're at level 59. Okay, we've given all of our rare candies except for 3. And the reason why we do that is since we use the badge boost glitch, it prevents us from leveling up in the middle of battle. At least it's an attempt to prevent us from leveling up in the middle of battle. So we have 185 health. Not the greatest, but not bad. Attack is 124. Pretty solid for a Pokemon that doesn't have great attack stat. Defense is 117. Not bad either for a one that doesn't have great defense either. That's a lower stat for sure. Speed is 189. We will outspeed literally everything in this playthrough, or in this Elite Four. And we have a special of 162, which will be very great with our Thunderbolt and other attacks like that. So that's what we have going forward, and let's go and look at our moveset to go into Elite Four as well. And the moveset we have is Thunderbolt, Body Slam, Agility, and Mimic. Thunderbolt is our bread and butter because it's our major stab move. Body Slam gives us a little bit of coverage. Agility will give us the ability to badge boost and up our speed, which we won't need up our speed, but badge boosting is a little bit more important right now. And Mimic will let us copy a move that we might need to get through this battle. So let's go ahead and take on the Elite Four then. Alright, and we're going to go face Lorelei first. She is a ice type trainer, but pretty much a lot of our Pokemon are water type. Okay, so we really probably don't even need to set up, but we're going to go for Agility or 2 just to be safe. And we get 3 in, we're maxed out plus 3. Thunderbolt is a one-hit knockout, very good. Cloyster is also a one-hit knockout, very good. Slowbro is a one-hit knockout, very good. Jinx a one-shot? She is not a one-shot. She's not very bulky, so that doesn't make sense to me, but whatever. Thunderbolt will be a one-shot on the Lapras, so very little damage done to us. We beat Lorelei very handily, and we move on to Bruno. I think I misclicked with this Bruno fight, so let's check this out real quick. So we come face Bruno, not Brock this time, and we're going to Mimic. I hit this on the wrong Pokemon. I hit the wrong thing. What I needed to do is I need to Mimic a move on the next Pokemon, but I hit the wrong one, so now we have to get through this with Body Slam and Rock Throw to beat Onix. So Rock Throw doesn't do nothing. Body Slam doesn't do nothing either. It's a really, really, really slow battle of attrition here. So if I just gone for Body Slam initially, what you want to do is you want to Mimic Ice Punch off of Hitmonchan. And that makes the knocking out Brock very simple. So now we knock out the Brock with very little health left, 54 health, and we level up, and we knock out the Hitmonchan in one shot, Hitmonlee in one shot. We have Onix again. I'm gonna go for Body Slam, and we might actually lose to Bruno. So it might happen. It might happen. Not something I'm proud of, but it might actually happen. We lose to Bruno. We don't talk about Bruno. And we don't talk about Bruno. And Body Slam will get the knockout. No, it does not. We have 3 health left. So the hope here is that Thunderbolt one hit knocks out the Machamp. If it wasn't for that, we would have lost. Okay, and we almost lost to Bruno. This is a sad day where we almost lost to Bruno. So we beat Bruno, and now we're moving on to the next person in the Elite Four, which is Agatha. And Agatha can be tough. She has the Agatha Lottery. She can confuse you, paralyze you, put you to sleep, all that good stuff. And we're going to face her. And she's going to come out with her Pokemon. And we're going to set up, I believe, yep. We're going to set up with Agility, and she confuses us, which is not fun. And we hit ourselves trying to do that. I think she actually beats us. I think it's the one where she beats us, and we don't wake up in time to win. Maybe we do. I don't know. So now let's find out. Thunderbolt, Agility one more time. We got confused again. Thunderbolt is a one-shot on the Golbat. Maybe she did just give us the opportunity to win here. Thunderbolt on the Gengar. She can't put us back to sleep. Okay, I think it's the one we might actually win. I thought for some reason I thought we lost one to Agatha. Thunderbolt on the Arbok is almost a one-shot. It's just a hair off, but not bad. Now this is the Gengar that can't do much to us. What you got to worry about is Nightshade because it's high level, but we get the knockout. And now we're moving on to Lance. Lance is a dragon trainer. Not the biggest thing in the world, but dragons resist electric. So we got to rely on a move other than Thunderbolt to win this battle, except against except against 2 Pokemon. Okay, so I actually have a plan here. So we're gonna face Lance, and we're gonna Mimic, or we're gonna Thunderbolt Gyarados. He's very tough, so I wanted to get rid of him as soon as possible. Now we're gonna Mimic Hyper Beam. Now we're gonna set up Agility to get maxed out on our stats, but we get knocked out anyway by a Dragonite, or do we? Nope, we don't. Okay. So Dragonair gets the knockout. Dragonair number 2 we get a knockout. Aerodactyl, Thunderbolt will be a one-shot on Aerodactyl, very good. And then Dragonite comes out, and if we don't knock it out, he's got nope. Okay, he's okay. Oh, 1 health. Wow, we've survived a lot of battles on like 1 or 2 health. This is insane. So now we're going into our rival fight, and the rival has some interesting strategies you can do to beat the rival. You can recover on Alakazam. You can Mimic a move off of a couple of different Pokemon. It happens. So, but there's not one you can Mimic the badge boost off of, so we don't have to worry about that. But we're gonna go ahead and face our rival. We're at an hour and 9 minutes. Hour and 9 minutes into this, and we're bringing up our rival, and we got a Pidgeot we're facing. Thunderbolt should be a one-shot. Not even a question in my mind. Get the knockout, move on. Alakazam, we're gonna Mimic, recover, and then we're gonna Body Slam, and it's gonna be a 2-shot. Oh, 3-shot. I'm sorry. It's because of that dang recover. I'm gonna use Agility. He's gonna use Leer. We're gonna use Agility again. He's gonna do a little bit of Fury attacking, and we're gonna go for Body Slam. What we should have done is Mimic a move that does more damage than Body Slam does. So, for example, we could have mimicked Psychic, for example. That probably would be a better strategy, because right now we're taking way too much damage from This Pokemon I usually doesn't do that much damage at all. And not saying we couldn't win on this, because we've actually had a handful of battles where we've won on the skin of our teeth with like 1 or 2 health, but don't know if it's going to be the case right now. We do not get a full knockout on Arcanine. It's a range, and we get knocked out by Arcanine in the Elite Four with an Ember. Insane, I know, but we're going to face him again. This time the goal is, let's make sure we mimic the right move so that we can progress through the last part of the game here. Alright, so coming out again, and Pidgeot, we're going to go for Thunderbolt. We get the one shot, very good. Moving on to the Alakazam. Alakazam, we're going to want to mimic Psychic this time. Gives us the ability to actually do a damage dealing move other than Body Slam to the Rhyhorn, or Rhydon, I'm sorry. We're going to set up real quick on the Rhydon. 2. And Psychic should be a one shot, very good. Gyarados should be a one shot with Thunderbolt. And now we're going to have Arcanine. Are we going to get a one shot? Yes, we are. We get a critical hit too, so that helped. And then Venusaur Psychic will be a one shot. So we win the game. We beat our rival to be the champions of the Elite Four, and I'm tapping. Just let's get this done in under an hour and 12 minutes. Come on, hour and 12 minutes. So for a reference point, Vaporeon was like 58 minutes and some seconds. So we are about almost 12 minutes faster or slower. Okay, 64, nice, good level. And we win the game at 1 hour and 11 minutes and 48 seconds and at level 64. So not bad, not a bad playthrough at all. One thing I will say is that Brock split really is what hurt us. That's literally the difference between this and Vaporeon. Vaporeon was 7 minutes on the Brock split, and like 9 or 10 minutes was spent extra for a Jolteon to be the Brock split. I have one more Eevee Lucent playthrough as. The prediction video for that is on Monday. It's actually already posted to YouTube. I just haven't sent it through yet. But I recommend you go check it out. Whenever it comes out on Monday. What did you think of this playthrough? You think Jolteon did I do some things wrong and I could have saved some time? Let me know in the comment section down below. I honestly think Vaporeon's going to have the best time. I don't see how Flareon is going to surpass Vaporeon. I don't think it's going to be faster than Jolteon. So the Elite Four can be brutal for fire types because there's so many good water type Pokemon in the Elite Four. You have a whole trainer has full of them, and then you have Gyarados. So very curious to see how that plays out. But let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Appreciate everyone watching. Be sure to like, share, subscribe. If you made it this far, it's amazing. Watching all the way through, it really helps the algorithm as well, as much as liking, commenting, and subscribing. You could also share it to your friends. Let them see it. And let me know what you think in the comment section down below about the playthrough. I'll see you guys on Monday, and I'll see you guys next Friday for the Flareon playthrough. Have a good one, and see ya.